bunch of sacks today, a bunch of pressures, negative plays, but still gave up yards. So where are you?
I'm sure when we look at the video, Chuck, and forgive my voice is going a little bit, there'll be some things that we got to correct, but we certainly going to build on the positive. There was a lot of negative plays. There was a lot of activity in their backfield, and that's what we need to create. We need to create that kind of momentum of defense, and really good to see us get the turnovers. You know, the interception by Zedrick. We knew they would try to throw the ball in the middle of the field, but just really happy to get the sacks and see the D lineman going forward and playing in the backfield.
You went with more speed, it seemed like, with Wiley and Tarika's inside, and Markel Winters has come out of almost nowhere.
Right, I tell you, he's been doing a good job practicing. Markel has, and you know, and when you practice like that and put it on tape, and then you're telling us, "Hey, coach, my performance indicated I'm ready to go in the game and play." And we've had some guys that's been nicked up and giving us, with Benito and with Josiah, those guys are really consistent, and we just need to get them a chance to get healthy. And the guys really stepped up when those guys were limited, and I think we're back at full strength this week. But it was really good to see those guys do that.
Did you play them because of the offense you were facing or out of necessity?
Both. Both. I mean, as I said, we had some guys that's, kind of banged up, and it's the nature of the game. And, we always talk about quality depth and coaching for depth. And, it was a perfect opportunity to play those guys, to get them some time on task, to get them in the game, get them flowing. And while we had some guys that was limited, and it worked out that they were very productive.
What's Webster's health like, Wesley? Do you expect to have him next week?
Well, I haven't talked with the trainers yet. He could have actually went in an emergency situation today, but we were afraid of, actually putting him out there and then having him out for another couple of weeks. So we'll visit with the medical staff and find out, when he'll be back at full strength.
What did you think of Chuck Wiley's day? It looked like he gave y'all some energy in the first half.
Well, I tell you what, I thought the entire sideline was energized, and I think the defense fed off of it. But it was good to see Chuck get in there and give us some good, productive, meaningful plays. And we're going to expect him to do it from this day forward. But you're right, it was good to see him get inside and play the three technique a little bit and lead a charge and get some penetration and use his skill set, and that's what it's all about.
What do you think it does for these guys emotionally, Wesley, to know that they were getting stops and they were the reason the game was 7-7 when the offense wasn't as sharp as it has been in the first half?
Well, I mean, that's just the name of the game. I mean, you play football, and we have to remind ourselves, it's a fun game. I mean, it's football, and sometimes as coaches, we make it complicated, but just to see those guys get out there and play and win third down, and, something's going to go wrong, just to see them line back up. I thought we did a tremendous job of lining up and playing the next play. And that's one thing that we certainly have to coach and carry over to the next contest. Something's going to go wrong. Let's line up and play the next play. So it was good to see that.
Looked like there was probably even more opportunities to have sacks. I think you'll end up with 7, but Barrett got away a couple times. I mean, how do you sort of build on what you had and move forward and improve when you had an opportunity to have even?
Hey, listen, man, the sacks that we've got today, we didn't have them before. So we're going to focus on those sacks that we brought home, and we'll get better in those other areas. But I can promise you this, we're going to definitely look at the positive, and we're going to build on the positive, and we'll pay attention to some of our mistakes. But when you get 7 sacks, let's go celebrate those 7 sacks, and let's go get better and not beat them up.
How nice was it just for some good news for the defense? You know what I mean? Just like you said, to have fun and feel like you did something good. Was that important just for the psyche of that group?
Well, it's just important to go out and play well. I mean, when you train every day, and you come up short sometimes, it's just good to go out and play well and see the guys have fun and excitement. So, I mean, the bottom line is when you're playing that fast and you have that type of energy, man, it's really good to see, and you can build off of it. And we certainly going to take advantage of that and build off of it for the rest of the year.
You guys had mentioned communication kind of breaking down in the past. Today it didn't look like there was as many guys, I guess, open as a result of missed assignments. What did you think of the communication today?
I thought the players did a tremendous job of playing well and communicating. I really did. They executed the game plan.
When you had signing day in February, did you expect this many freshmen to contribute as early as they have?
Well, now you're making me think a little bit. Well, you look at the freshmen that are playing, and you never forecast for guys to come in as true freshmen and play. And, fortunately, we have some good quality true freshmen that's able to come in and play, but not exactly. You really would like to, try to get your handful of guys that's plug and play. But in order to build, a good program, get some stability, you want a redshirt majority of your class. But unfortunately, we're not in that situation. And we're going to have to attract some guys in the program this upcoming year that are plug-and-play guys who have to come in and play right away just because of our sheer numbers.
How'd you guys handle the weather delays?
Say it again.
How'd you guys handle the weather delays?
Oh, it didn't even bother us. It didn't bother us. The guys, got in relaxed and had fun with each other. And Coach Jackson did a good job of stretching us and going back out. And we said we're back on the grass to play. Let's go play. So it didn't even bother us.
You and Coach Luke have both talked about using this as a confidence builder after what happened with Alabama last week. Going into LSU, Death Valley, first SEC road game, how are you going to use this weekend's performance to utilize that going forward?
We'll bet off of it. We'll bet off of it. We showed them how well they played fast. The minimum mistakes we had, and we'll take all the positive plays and look at it, and then these guys go in with confidence next week. We'll go in and we'll play well.
Is it? Because obviously you're going to Death Valley for a night game. For a lot of these, you have a young roster of talent that's coming to play. Is there any concern for them of adjusting to that crazy atmosphere that'll be there and getting them prepared for the noise level and the atmosphere?
No, not at all. No, not at all. Once they put the ball down, it's time to go play.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting for them to be in that environment. Anytime you get an opportunity to play in the SEC arena, it's awesome. So I think that they're going to accept the challenge. I think they'll step up, and I think it'll be exciting for them.